What is up, YouTube? And welcome into the channel. Appreciate you coming back if you're a returning viewer. And if you're a new viewer, welcome in, man. Hit that subscribe button, like, share, and let's talk about some basketball bets, some NBA today. Two good games on the slate, in my opinion. Two good games to bet on if you're asking me, all right? You got Bucks taking on the Orlando Magic, and then you got Luka Dallas Mavericks versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. And boy, oh boy, is it a great day because Luka Doncic is playing. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible so we don't, have like another 30-minute video. I try to break everything down. There's only two games, so we should be able to get through this. I only got four solid picks this game, and most of them are on the same player. If not, I got three players technically, but most of these bets, we're taking Luka all day today, baby. All right, let's get right into it. All right, first we're going to start with the Magic versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks are at home, and right now let's just talk about the actual line. Right now they're at a 7.5 favorite over the Magic on the spread. Magic are plus 7.5, which honestly, if you want me to take a side in this, I'm taking the Magic over plus 7.5 or bump it up to plus 10 just because of how they're playing defense. I mean, at the end of the day, even without Franz Wagner, they just beat the Suns. So as a team, as a cohesive unit, they are playing great basketball regardless of matchups. You know what I'm saying? People are looking at the Suns. They thought the Suns were going to clear them because there's no Franz Wagner. And the Magic have still been playing up to par because their defense, it doesn't rely on one person. They rotate very well on defense. They play really good defense, especially on the perimeter, where Milwaukee do take a lot of shots on the perimeter. So this is a good spot to take Orlando at the spread at plus 7.5. As you can see, they've been covering this spread a majority of this year. In the last 10 games, they have been covering the spread very, very much so. I mean, when it comes to minus, plus, all that, the only time they didn't get it was against the Knicks, but the Knicks at home are a different beast. They are literally unstoppable at home. So this is a great game to definitely take Orlando Magic spread. Milwaukee's been playing good, but as you can see against the spread, they haven't been that great. They've been allowing teams to, low key do their thing on them. We just seen the Charlotte Hornets without LaMelo Ball keep it a very competitive game against them until the fourth quarter where Milwaukee did take over. But just the way that they're playing defense, as you can see, they're ranked 13th on defense. Magic are ranked first in defensive rating right now when it comes to points allowed, and in general how they're playing, tied in 8th for field goal percentage, tied for 6th with 2-point percentage. Their 3-point percentage, they are 19th, but I take that with a grain of salt because they're still defending the 3-point line very much well. So I like Orlando today on the spread. If you're taking a spread pick and not taking player props, I would take Orlando on the spread. Money line, I would not touch that money line at all. That's just my opinion. That money line is too juiced. Milwaukee being minus 298, I don't like it. I think Orlando could win this game. I mean, they're better at home than they're on the road. But as you've seen, as they played against the Suns, they played them very, very much close and won the game outright. So the Orlando Magic could potentially win this game. So I wouldn't take Milwaukee to win at a minus 300 price. Way too juiced for it. So I would rather take Orlando at that plus 7.5 spread, or you can even bump it up to 10 points. I believe they keep it within 10 easily this game just because of how they've been playing as a unit. So I really like the Magic spread today. So if you want to take the Magic 7.5, that's 100% a good play for me. You can take it and bump it up to plus 10 on most books. You can bump it up so that you have a little bit more leeway for the Magic to lose only by 10. So I really like that play, and like I said, the Magic could really outright win this game. But the Bucks do play better at home, so I can kind of understand why the spread is at 7.5. This over 213, I think it's going to be a lower scoring game just because the Magic defensively don't allow a lot of points, and Milwaukee defensively also, they don't really allow that many points either. As you can see, like they're actually pretty decent defensively. They only allow 112 points per game to opposing teams. So I mean, if we're really taking off of those stats alone, that Magic's allowing 103 and Milwaukee's allowing 112. Where's the Magic going to get all their points from? You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to really look at. And I mean, they do have some people that can shoot, but they don't really have any star right now on that court that we can really say can take over that game and get the job done. But we do have one player that's still playing that I feel is playing at a high level this year that I really like when it comes to his point props, and that's my boy Jalen Suggs. Let's get right into the player props. Jalen Suggs, what I'm going to do is bump it down to 14.5 as a parlay piece. I don't really want to take his 20 points. I mean, you could take his 20 points because without Franz Wagner, he would definitely have a majority of the scoring up for this team. He would definitely be the one getting the ball in his hands and scoring the rock a majority, especially against this matchup. If you see Milwaukee against the point guard position are ranked 29th, I think the only team worse than Milwaukee, I think, is the Bulls or the Hawks, one or the other, that are bad at defending the point guard position. So they're pretty bad at defending the point guard position, ranked 29th, allowing 27.3 points per game. And now we have Jalen Suggs, the way he's been playing the last 5 games. He's been taking 16 shots, 8 of them been from 3. He hasn't been hitting at a high clip, but if we've seen the Phoenix game, it seems like Jalen Suggs decided, hey, I'm going to step up because my team needs it. And I like that for him. And if we see this matchup, why I like the 14.5 is the 2 games that he's played. 3 games last year that he's played. He had 18 points against them. He had 20 points against them. And then he did have 4 abysmal points in a win that the Magic won 113-88. But let's be honest, Banchero was on the court. Franz Wagner was on the court. A lot more options for them to score. This game, they're going to have a lot less options for them to score. So I think Jalen Suggs, especially with the matchup of the Milwaukee Bucks allowing a lot of points to the point guard position, it's a really good day to take his point props. Especially, he doesn't really pass that much, okay? We go to 2024, he has not really hit his assist line. Even in the last games where Franz Wagner was out, he only got 2 assists. He's not really asked to pass the ball. He's more of a spot-up shooter or a shooter that, he likes to, go around the pick and roll and shoot the ball. He doesn't really pass that much out of the pick and roll. So I really like this matchup for Jalen Suggs. Definitely the 15-point prop. And then the next player we're taking is Giannis Antetokounmpo. And as we can see right here, he's just been killing his 30.5 line. Majority of this year. But what we're going to do is bump it down to 24.5. As I said, it's going to be a big parlay piece for these games because I'd rather just parlay this game rather than take straight lines because it could possibly be a low-scoring game. But Giannis at 25 points, and as you see the head-to-head matchup, 35 and 37 last year, the last 2 times they played. And then to the power forward position, they're not allowing a lot of points to the power forward position, only 19.9, but they're 7th ranked compared to the other stats that they have against other positions. They do rank 11th for point guards, shooting guards, 16th. Small forwards, they rank 2nd in stopping the small forward position. Power forwards, 7th, and centers, they are ranked 4th. But they haven't faced Giannis Antetokounmpo, okay? Let's just be honest. And Giannis is a different breed. Whatever power forward they faced before is not even close to his level. So if they're allowing this amount, I take it with a grain of salt, even though they have been defending that position well. Just look at this lines that he's been hitting all season, okay? 34 against Brooklyn. He had 30 against Boston, who has a bad matchup in the paint. Atlanta, same thing, 31. He's been just killing it, over 25 points most of the games. He only went under this line 5 times this year. So I like Giannis to get 25 points today. I think that's a very good play for him in the parlay piece that we're putting together for this. So I like Giannis as 25 points. And then we'll take his rebounds too. Even though the Magic are only allowing 10 rebounds per game, we see the head-to-head matchup, he hit 10 rebounds each time. So we're bumping this down to 7.5 to 8 rebounds. We could take the 9 because it's a little bit less juice, but I like the 8 rebounds because Giannis is going to get the 8 rebounds. And as you can see this year, he's only went under the 8 rebound line 2 times, and under the 10 rebound line 2 times. So you can bump it up to the 9.5, or even you can take the 10 if you want, but you see he had 9 one time. So I like the matchup for him to get 9 rebounds or 8 rebounds. 8 rebounds is the safest play you can get for Giannis, and I think it's the best play for the parlay piece we're putting together. So I like Giannis to get the 8 rebounds, 25 points, and Jalen Suggs at 15, which is not as juice. And if we're taking an assist, someone to pass the ball to Giannis and someone to pass the ball this game, we're taking Damian Lillard. As you can see, the Magic ranks 16th in stopping passes from the point guard position. Assists allowed is pretty high, 8.4 assists. They're middle of the pack. Head-to-head, he had 8 assists, 9 assists, and then 2 assists one game. But in 2024, we're going to bump this down to, we're going to take this at 4.5. As you can see, he's been killing this line at 5 assists a game. If you want to take it at 4 assists, it's a lot more juice, but he's 100% hit rate to get 4 assists this year. So that could be a parlay piece for you too. You can take the 4 or 5. I think he gets 5 assists pretty much easily, especially with Chris Middleton being back in the lineup. Damian Lillard has been dishing the ball more. And against Brooklyn, he had 11 assists. And head to head, like I said, 8 assists, 9 assists, and he had 2 one game. But that's very much an outlier, like the app outlier. Go download that app right now if you're a sports bettor. Definitely one of the best apps out there. And Prop Madness, two of the best apps out there. But this matchup for Damian Lillard, I think it's good for him to pass the ball. To score, I think he could have a good day scoring. If you do want to take his 15 points, I think that's a better bet than taking his 20. Especially this whole year, he's been basically clearing the 15-point line very much easily. I mean, minus 700, a little juice, but as I said, this is all parlay pieces that you can put together in a good lay to put it up to plus 210, I believe, or something around that. So that's 5 picks that I gave you for that game. Now let's get into the Mavericks game, Mavericks versus OKC, and boy, oh boy, I'm gonna give you the parlay pieces for this, but I'm also gonna give you the straight bet that I have for today, which I believe is one of my favorite bets of the year. I think it's gonna be one of my favorite bets of the year. But let's get right into the parlay pieces. First, we're gonna start with Luka Doncic, and Luka Doncic, man, the Magic Man, the GOAT, that guy. Really one of the best European players I've ever seen in my life, man. This dude is the real deal, bro. When LeBron retires, there's 3 players that I'm going to be having a great time watching, and that's Luka Doncic, Anthony Edwards, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I love watching them play, the way that they play at such a high level each game, and they really give that effort. You can't match that. But what we're doing with Luka Doncic is we're bumping him down to 20 points. I think this is a very easy play for Luka Doncic to get 20. Yeah, you see that 21.8 points allowed from the OKC. They have been playing great defense this year, second ranked behind the Magic. If not first, let's just be honest. They're a really good defense. I can't lie. But Luka Doncic against this team, I mean, look at this. He only went under 2 times, and it was 18 and 19. So if we're going to lose off of a hook like that, I'm perfectly fine when it's Luka Doncic. If Luka Doncic is going to hook me, go ahead. Call me a hooker or whatever. But Luka Doncic, man, 20 points today. I believe it's a really good look for this parlay piece if you want to put this together. And then what we're also taking is a straight line of 7.5 assists. I mean, you could bump it down to 6.5, 7 because you see in one of his matchups, he did get 7 and 5. But with the way that he's been playing as of late, I definitely would take that 7.5 all day, especially how basically low they're playing Luka right now. I mean, you put LeBron at 9.5 assists and put Luka at 7.5. I think that's kind of ridiculous because Luka dimes that ball. I mean, you can see the beginning of the year, he wasn't diming like he was at this part of the season. And I think it's because of the injury. He was hurt. And so the last 4 games he's been back. 13, he had 4 against Memphis, but that game was a bad matchup for his assist. He actually was just scoring the ball all game. He wasn't looking to pass. But as you can see, against Washington, 10, and then he had 11 against Toronto. But the other parlay piece that I like for this, which is 7.5, is just a straight line. As I said, you can bump it down to 7 assists, 6.5, which is definitely going to hit. 100% I feel like is going to hit. So you can also take his rebounds today, because if we're looking at, outlier and how OKC ranks against the point guard position in rebounds, they allow 8.4 rebounds per game to the point guard position, which is very high for point guards to get 8.4 rebounds on them. And honestly, this is probably the lock of the day. Okay, they had him at 8.5 rebounds, and he was at 7.5 earlier, minus money. They had 8.5 rebounds at plus 100. Now it's getting bumped all the way to minus 115. And some books, it's probably going to get bumped all the way to minus 125 to minus 140 because the matchup is just screaming Luka's going to get his boards, okay? So Luka at 8.5, I would take it because I think it's a good play. But you can bump it down to 7.5, or you can bump it down to the 6.5, which he has been clearing all year with the 7 rebounds. He has been on fire with rebounding the ball this year. And it's Luka Doncic, man. This dude does it all on the court. He's all over the court all the time, putting in a full effort. People were just questioning his cardio. How can you question a man's cardio that's averaging basically a triple-double? Like, you have to have cardio to be able to grab rebounds, come up court, score the ball or pass the ball, and be consistent with it. So I don't want to hear that narrative about Luka ever again, just because he's been such a lights-out player. As you can see, the matchup against OKC, 15-8, 6, 10, 15, 12, 10, 10 in the playoffs. He was just eating them alive on the boards. So I like Luka's 7.5 rebounds today, or his 8.5. I think either or is a really good play. 7.5, I believe, is the easier play for the parlay piece. If you want to make this an easy parlay, 7.5 or 6.5, still not that juiced, and still gives you a good parlay to get this over plus 210. If you parlay both games together, you can get all the way up to plus 600, which I really like because I think they're all for sure good lines to take in these matchups. But Luka's rebounds today, really good play for me. I mean, if you want to take his rebounds and assists today, his straight line rebounds and assists, they have it at 16.5. They had it at 15.5 earlier, but he's definitely really good on getting those rebounds and assists. He's, like I said, all over the court, always playing hard, and head-to-head matchups, boom, just clearing this, okay? And if we're taking his rebounds and assists, which I'm going to get to my final solo bet of the day, straight bet of the day, favorite bet of the day, after we just go over this parlay piece. The next play on this parlay piece is Kyrie, 14.5, 15 points. As you can see, the head-to-head matchup, he did go under in the playoffs 1, 2, 3 times, but he was in a little bit of a funk in the playoffs. But in the regular season against this team, last time they played, he had 23 points. And then the last game in the playoffs, he had 22. And regular season wise, 36-25 last year. So it's a really good play for me to him take 15 points. And as you can see, he's been killing the line all season, 21 out of 22. And it's not that juiced right now. It's like at minus 430, as you can see on most books. On my book, it's minus 450. So Kyrie Irving getting 15 points, I think that's a no sweat bet. I don't know why they have it so low. I mean, to the shooting guard position, they are number one ranked in points allowed. It's Kyrie Irving. He's different. He's not these other shooting guards. That man will score. I don't care who's guarding him. Bro finds a way. So I like Kyrie's 15 points. OKC does defend well that position, but Kyrie Irving is Kyrie Irving. We're always going to ride with him. Win or lose, we ride with the GOATs. And so Kyrie Irving, 15 points is my last play on this parlay. And I will put everything in the pin comment below. But my play of the day, y'all, which I hope I don't jinx it. But my play of the day, y'all, is Luka Doncic, triple-double machine. He is going to get a triple-double tonight. He's got it the last 2 games. He's on a little triple-double streak. I am riding with Luka. I'm riding the hot hand. Luka Magic, full effect today. As you see, head-to-head, man, we're just gonna do this, and we're just gonna go to stat muse for this. Luka versus OKC. We're gonna go regular season games, and just look at this. Last game he played in the regular season, which is February 10th, 32, 8, and 9. Cool. But then 12, 2, 23, around this same time last year, 36, 15, and 18. Oh, it's Christmas time, baby, and it's Luka Doncic Christmas. So you better be ready for a damn triple-double, okay? Luka Doncic is in his fucking triple-double era, and he's about to go crazy tonight. As you can see in 2022, just missed it by 2 assists, but then boom, another game. 31, 16, and 10. Okay, 2022, 20, 11, and 12. 14, 9, and 10. Like, dude, this dude loves to get triple-doubles on this team. And the matchup just screams to me, Luka's going to get a triple-double. I took him at plus 650 the last game he played against the Raptors, which if you see the matchup, it's like, he could get a triple-double, but the matchup doesn't really scream triple-double because there's a lot of rebounders on the teams for both teams, and he got a triple-double. There's not as many rebounders on the floor for OKC, okay? So Hartenstein is basically their main rebounder. If he's not grabbing boards, I mean, let's just be honest. The Mavericks are going to win the rebound war, I feel like. And if I'm choosing a rebounder today, I'm taking Luka Doncic all day, man. If you see his just lines, I mean, this was with Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively on the court last year. And he's still 36, 15, and 18 assists. Man, Luka Doncic, man. Triple-double today. Plus 500. I got it all the way at plus 700 when they released the lines yesterday. Because plus 700 after I just took him for plus 650, yeah, I'm riding with Luka all day. And that's my picks of the day. And this is my favorite bet of the day is Luka triple-double. You can even take him for a double-double today. I think that's a good play. It's minus 125 on most books, minus 137 on certain books. But Luka Doncic today, man. It's a Luka day. It's Luka Magic. And I'm always going to ride with someone who I consider a future GOAT of this league and a future champion. So I like Luka Doncic today. Tell me what you think in the comments section below. Tell me what you're riding with. Who are you picking? Are you picking anyone to get a triple double today? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing today? Okay, you're gonna have a great day? You're gonna have a great betting day? Because I think you are. But stay humble, stay hungry, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.